the live button. All right. You guys ready for today?
Yeah.
No.
This is a group of international assholes.
What lies beneath your feet? Sacred grounds, watered with tears of blood. Shall we begin? Shall we begin? Shall we begin?
On a cold winter morning, in the time before the light, in flames of death's eternal rain, we rise towards the fight. When the darkness is falling down, in the times of suffer right, the sound of evil laughter falls around the world tonight. Fighting hard, fighting on for steel, through the wastelands evermore. The skeleton souls will feel the hell that's wasted on the shore. On the blackest waves in hell's domain, we watch the nails they go. In spiral rain, now once again we love. So now we fly ever free, we're free before the thunderstorm. On towards the wilderness, our quest carries on. Far beyond the sundown, far beyond the moonlight, deep inside our hearts and all our souls. So far away, we wait for the day, for the light souls so wasted and gone. We feel the pain of a lifetime lost in 1,000 days, through the fire and the flames we carry on. Now here we stand with that blood on our hands. We fought so hard, now can we understand? Now break the seal of this curse if I possibly can, for freedom of every man.
This is where we hold them.
So far away, we wait for the day, for the light souls so wasted and gone. We feel the pain of a lifetime lost in 1,000 days, through the fire and the flames we carry on.
So I'm going to unmute. Hi. What's going on, everybody?
Hi.
So much. Hi. Thank you so much for being here. Everybody lurking out there. Only person in the chat is Mr. Tickletron, and he's on the panel. Thank you. I
No,
appreciate
there's
Hail,
people
Mr.
here that's not
Tickletron.
saying anything.
Yeah. I don't blame him. Listen, okay, before we begin tonight, guys, I have a very important question. ETEP put this out on his channel, and it's pretty serious. It's pretty serious inquiry. I want everybody to really consider this. Do we want to see Gorlock? Is this a good direction for Disney to go in? Do you think that this movie would succeed?
At this point, try anything, I guess.
What am I
It's going to
looking
be the
at?
villain, cake. Like living cake.
Exercise. The embodiment of exercise.
Andrew Tate is the villain of Walt Disney's Gorlock.
I don't know. I just think that but when I saw this come up on my feed and said, "Oh my God," could you imagine? They might do it. They might actually do it if we talk about this enough. I think that we should troll Disney, y'all. We should start this trending. We should say we want this. Like everybody, all of us, the Fandom Menace outside, everybody, just do it. Just promote it and be real about it. Right? No side comments. Be like, support, champion this bitch.
Meme
Like,
made reality.
Yes. Make it happen.
So become 4chan with the OK hand sign.
Yeah.
So just off it. Total
I did
off.
say to Ladonis that I was proud to be white. Is that what we're calling you now?
Yes.
We call you Ladonis.
I didn't change my name. I don't know. I didn't. My chair keeps slipping. I did a lot.
Adonis, the Adonis Dragon Slayer Stormer.
You know what's messed up? You know what, Draven, you understand this. All right. I was doing a stream the other night on Dragonstorm alone, and Red Nerium came through, and my seats broke, so it keeps slipping down lower and lower. And Nerium was counting that shit.
The hydraulic thing or whatever.
Yeah. That was unfair. Guys, please check out Dread Gaze out on YouTube and look for Nerium Nova. Check out Bonds. She's got Bonds 2 coming out. Great independent creators, good friends of mine. So please make sure to support your indies and support Gorlock. This is something that needs that. Mr. Tuckletruck ain't saying nothing. This is hurting his liberal heart. What is going on? Are you okay? You can fat shame a little bit, brother. You all right? He's not
I'm just in disbelief. Like, my mouth has been open this whole time.
They could even have a crossover with Star Wars with the Dick Monster alien.
Ugh.
We're going to get into the Dick Monster. It's funny that he said his mouth was hanging open, and we're about to talk about Dick Monster, Claude. But hi, Dina.
And
How are
Tina
you?
showed up.
Wow. Wow. Am I still asleep from my afternoon nap? Or
Tina, don't be ashamed, because Angelus and I were in the back. He was talking about the Star. Oh God, what is it called? The new Star Wars game?
Jedi Survivor.
Jedi Survival, and he said he came across the Dick Monster from Rise of Palpatine, and then that Tickle Trunk came in, and we were all in disbelief that it was still. And then Ryan came in, and so everybody got to hear Dick Monster just before they got on the stream. So you're par. Your experience is totally par. This is where you're at. This is real life. This is happening right now. Thank you.
awesome. Heaven forbid we would treat women differently than men, because that would upset me, the feminist that I am.
I understand, Miss Feminist. What do you think of? Do you think Disney's Gorlock should be a thing? This is from ETEP. Thankful ETEP Akuian put this up for us.
Well, I mean, we're all body positive, so of course.
I think that it'd be a great idea. You know what? Let's get behind this. Making a hashtag, guys. We want Gorlock, Walt Disney Gorlock. We want that, and then we want the live action in a couple years. That we want the whole spread. Don't keep it. Don't
Just make it a live action to begin with, and save us the trouble.
I would love. You know what? But I would like to see Gorlock in cartoon first.
Oh, okay.
And then, because who knows what she would be or what it would be.
No, plus, if you do it as a cartoon first, Disney will do a live action version, so you'll help them burn themselves down faster.
That's true.
Because they'll put
They could
twice
race
as much
swap
money
her.
into
They
this.
could race swap her in live action. Get Lizzo to play her.
How perfect.
Yeah.
Although I did notice something, folks. Apparently, I'm still live on Steven's YouTube subscription list. I just finished a stream, so these guys need updating. Let's see all the channels Steven subscribed.
I screen shared it. So it freezes it when you screen share it.
It's good to
You're
know
not
that
live
they're
anymore.
showing you.
Exactly. So, Mortal Coil's in the chat. What's up, Immortal? Had a great Savage stream last night, dude. Lots of good people in the chat. Good to see you, man. Links in the Rogue chat if you want to stop by. Ryan Ross is with us. What's up, Ryan? Yo, how you doing? Thank you so much for being here. Appreciate you. Love everybody stopping by, from the new subscribers to my Author Stephen Walton channel and Little Dino's Dragon Store channel. Hope you guys can have some fun today. So, while we're talking about Gorlock, now this is the scene. All right, now
Okay, so this is the echo
set
that
this
you.
up for us.
This is the echo that I heard before I actually ran into them in person. So
Why'd you ask me here? I don't like you and you don't like me.
That's right. But you annoy me a lot less than the others in this go-nowhere town. And I think you feel the same.
What are you saying?
Who's talking?
Out with it already.
it's an
I'm
echo.
saying
Basically, they're
this
like
is a
memories.
date, and
that
we're
you
on
can
it.
see.
And if
Oh,
you
so
don't like
audio
it,
logs.
Too bad.
Yeah. So basically, he's like, "This is a date, and you're gonna like it."
No,
You
wait,
know.
wait.
That's
So
very
he's going
gay.
on a. Hold, he's going on a date. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Ryan.
No, I was just saying that whole situation just sounds very gay.
Did it?
Exactly. And then you encounter them, and this is what they look like.
So we're going on a date. All right, we're going on a date,
Yes.
and then
So far, it's fine, but not appropriate for Star Wars.
we're running to
Okay. Now I understand what you were talking about.
that. Uh-huh.
And you realize that one is the
That's
The
amazing.
penis monster, yes.
That's
Yeah,
amazing
right.
that Slender showed up and we were saying Dick Monster at the same time. I don't know
This
what's
is-
happening tonight.
I
This is
sensed
a
it.
sign. We need to rename this the Dick Monster Podcast.
so.
Why
so
does it have stuff coming out of the tip? The head.
it's ribbed for his pleasure.
Okay.
Why do you? What do you think he sucks on, Tina?
Ugh, they're ticklers. That's what it is. It's an extension. The most ridiculous creature in all of Star Wars, and I think that it pretty much sums up Disney Star Wars. The Dick
I don't
Monster
think you
itself.
could hang that creature from a lamppost. It would probably break the lamppost.
No, it would slide through the freaking rope.
And it's funny because he has an eye patch, so he only has one eye too.
Damn. Dick
One
Monster's
eyed
been-
Dick Monster.
That's what the man puts it in.
His eyes are two prolapsed sphincters,
Goddamn.
and they're mesmerizing.
Mm.
But their names are Gulu and Guido, I guess is what their names are.
I'm seeing a lot of shame in that guy's eyes next to him. Like,
GG, bro.
he's been through it. Like, he's hiding a secret. He does not want anyone
Is
to know.
that Jack Murphy?
Oh, I don't know.
That's an old joke.
Here's an image of the slug bite of itself.
We were not going to do this originally, y'all. I'm just saying. This is all Draven coming.
He asked me how the game was, and I was like, "It's all right, except this bit."
Everything is great.
Slug.
I'm
Everything
just
is-
very confused.
But here's a front-facing photo of the Dick Monster.
Ugh!
Yeah, so
What's going on with its mouth? Like, what? Everything about this is
What
inappropriate.
that creature? Honestly.
Okay, why would a human find this attractive?
now if you didn't run into the Echo and you just ran into them normal, you would think they're just a bunch of old dudes just bickering.
Hmm.
Well, you don't know. This could be female, their species.
Right?
Could be
Thank
a
you.
trans-
This could be the looker.
Don't
Sounds
miss.
like a dude.
You know,
This
Like-
could be a tranny demon, a human
possibly.
who possessed.
So, like, what if this is the
slug.
female of their species? This is the attractive side of their species. This one's gussied up.
There
Well,
is
they're
nothing
should-
attractive about that.
Their Trotatome or whatever is what their freaking race is or whatever.
I don't
Is
know.
that
You said
Dylan
show.
Rhodes?
Chodatome?
Trotatome? I don't know.
Are we sure that's an eye, not an eye patch, and instead like a bra?
Yeah, it's
or
an eye
something?
patch.
It kind of looks like a cup.
See, female of the species. What am I telling you?
See? That's it. That says it right there. That's a bra. Phil, listen, Phil. We need you to do Star Wars cosplay. We need you to cosplay Claude. That's your job now, Phil. Please, I want to see it out there on TikTok. I want to see you being proud of it.
Their whole
you're not gonna be able-
description.
What's that?
Their whole description for this damn thing is like contradictory. Like, while they have no arms, they possess prehensile sensory antenna and flippers.
Yeah.
So how the hell are they? And they're
Well, those things sticking out of his head.
mechanics.
They use their tongue. That's
How?
why he has a great time with the man with his very long tongue.
That doesn't make any sense.
Now I'm starting to understand what he sees in this person.
Phil, yeah. No, not the clone. No, not a clone. No, not a clone trooper. We need this Claude, whatever the Chode. The race is called Chode. I need you to cosplay as one of them, but no lightsabers because they ain't got no arms.
His name's Guido, or at least this one is.
Guido, are you going to be Guido?
Yeah.
All right, we need Phil. We need you to come through for us, Phil.
What does Guido rhyme with?
Why do so many of the Star Wars names sound like
Guido
racial
rhyme
slurs?
with?
It does
I don't
sound like
know.
a slur, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Yes.
I think the story group just sits around a table and just talks about their genitals and what they like and don't like, instead of writing a story. Like that's kind of my concept of it. But, it's just a whole bunch of what are
One
your
of them took a
pronouns?
picture. One of them took a picture that put the camera down their pants.
Well,
Took a picture of the
I'll answer
captain
the
and sent it to
question.
them and says, "We should use this."
I'll answer my own question. Guido rhymes with pedo.
Yep, I was thinking the same thing.
Disney. It makes sense.
That's a sad fact. Oh man, Ron, I wish I could go in ham on that. Yeah.
I'm
that
23,
does make sense.
folks. So I'm half of Ladonis's age, yet he looks younger than me. He just needs to put on some hair dye and he'd look younger.
Do you want
His
to talk about
brain
funny?
hasn't finished forming yet.
Oh my lord! Do you want to talk about
Still
funny
has
stuff
2
first?
years.
Or do you want to talk about serious stuff first?
But other than that whole bit of Jedi Survivor, it's actually pretty good. The villain that they showed is like this Sith guy or whatever, and he doesn't have an arm, and like, yeah, and he's pretty bad. You get to fight him like right in the beginning, near the beginning. But
It sounds like an easy fight.
it isn't actually. He's actually pretty good.
The one-armed bandit.
Yeah, pretty much.
I mean, how? What does he do? Does he like flip around and like swing his tail out? Yeah, what does he do? Does it have a tail?
Does he have a lightsaber that sticks straight out of his nub?
Dude, Phil, we appreciate you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Consider don't just do it. Do it for us. Cosplay it for us.
Do
All
it
right,
for the
guys, you
chitlins.
ready
Yeah,
for
his
this?
name's Dagan, Dagan.
Oh my God, where'd it go?
Again?
Go away.
Yeah, I've heard nothing but good things about both games.
Why isn't it going away?
What is this?
Jesus.
What is that? Can they even get in there?
Hold on, we're gonna discuss this matter fully. This is
That
this
thing is
something we're
so
getting
fat.
into.
Folks, that thing is so fat, that pig is so fat that it is actually causing the video not to work.
Hot damn.
Well,
International.
it's a lot of
group-
pixels to load in.
Rogue Entertainment is now going to be called the International Group of Assholes. Okay, we need sensitivity today. Sensitivity. All right, this is a bigger than regular
Wow.
person.
This is two
The
people.
truth is reality-based, Stephen. You know that.
I thought it was bad when I flew at 7 months pregnant. And that was
Tina,
embarrassing, you know? But wow.
Tina, but I mean, you know, were you this much? You know,
No,
at the,
no.
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 I gotta give her some credit though. I mean, she's upright, she's moving. I would not have guessed that was possible.
She's not on the beach, helpless.
Waiting to explode.
Yeah.
Yokozuna has come back to life, folks.
Oh my God, you guys are so insensitive. Okay, we're gonna play this now.
Boom, boom, boom.
Oh, I know. I want to see that.
She actually has a what's it called? There's a condition where your body creates
Hold on.
extra fat around.
Hold on. I don't mean.
I don't need to see that.
Hold on, I'm asking the question. Listen,
Jesus.
Bro,
Jacob,
I'm
I'm asking
not
the question.
help.
I'm asking the question. Why would she approach that obstacle in that way? That's all
Because
I'm
sideways
saying.
is just as futile.
Because she knew she wasn't gonna fit, and it was to make a point. That was
Yeah, I
why
think
she
so.
did it.
Dirty bitch.
Yes.
Yeah, I don't want to like rag on it too much because yeah, I mean it could be a condition, but how do you let the condition get this out of hand?
Yeah, you have to actually have to get like special pants that constrict your body so you don't grow the fat in those places.
What if we get a pin, folks? That could be a balloon. Those could be balloons. Get
Just
a pin and then pop them.
Hold on now. Hold on. I'm asking, why did the airline make her sit all the way at the front away from the door? Why wouldn't they just give her a seat by the door?
Give her
Now,
a
the
seat.
tragedy here isn't the aisle. It's the placement. If she
I
was
would
closer
assume
to
the
door-
airline didn't do that because it would be fat phobic to ask how much a person weighs.
they,
I mean, obviously they made her pay for more than one seat, but the question is would she actually need 3 seats? And I'm not trying to be obnoxious because I'm looking at the size.
Yeah. Sit on 2 of them, eat the other one.
Well, this looks like first class anyway.
carry-on
good
bag
point.
looks like a double.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know, Tina. I don't know. But there is another. There's a
That
whole
bag is full of food, by the way.
No, oh my God! I was not trying to say that. What the heck is wrong with you, Ryan?
Well, I mean, it's a 40-minute flight. She's gonna need like 4 or 5 snacks.
What are we designating as snacks at this moment? Like what?
Like a
what-
T-bone steak.
You can't just,
Flight
Flies.
attendant's arm.
you can't just carry that on with you. I mean, that's a bit much, don't you think? Hold on, I'm gonna bring up the New York Post. It's hell.
It's
Mr.
her
Pickle
emotional
Farm.
support food.
I'll tell you, every
that's how
time
she gets it on the
I
plane.
step on the scale and the number is higher than 200, like I start fasting. I'm out there walking 2 miles a day. Like I just don't know how you let it get to that point. I don't like looking at myself in the mirror and seeing something like that.
That's because they break all the mirrors they see, Slender Dad.
Oh my God.
The mirrors self-shatter. Like, I don't want to live in this world where I have to reflect this.
And Mr. Tickle Trunk, stop excusing this kind of massive
No.
behavior
There's a difference.
privately,
Like,
showing links.
No,
It's
dude,
a
no.
disease.
She's legit a hungry girl. Okay, she's hungry. But also, it's like it's why her midsection is so large. Because your fat doesn't get distributed as evenly, and it's not even like a natural thing. Like your sort of apple bottom girls kind of when they're sort of small up top, big on bottom. Like this is way bigger than that.
Yeah, she's the
But
name.
this is-
It all gets
behind
deposited to
the Hunger
like
Games.
very
Yeah, but
specific places.
But it's a medical condition you can actually address.
Yeah, there's actually
Liberal.
there's a picture of her with just a bikini or just underwear
Oh
on.
God, please no.
Yeah, we don't need to see that.
No. I
Oh,
wouldn't.
no,
I
go,
wouldn't,
but
I
Tina,
wouldn't pull it
go
out.
ahead, bring it up, Tina.
But
Oh, God.
no.
She's so
'cause
big. There's two of her now.
Now, listen. I'm not insulted, but I did have bariatric surgery 12 years ago, and I was at a decently high weight prior to that, and lost like 130 pounds. So I mean, that's why
Good for you.
I'm kind of looking at it in such a way of, okay, how big was I in comparison? So I'm trying to like estimate her weight in my head, and I mean because most of the most of the folks. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, I didn't mean to cut you off, sweetie.
No, it's okay. I weighed 280. It was after both pregnancies, and I just was, my asthma was really bad. I, was horrible trying to work out, and I obviously just went totally crazy when I was pregnant. I probably gained like 50 pounds per kid, and
Right.
but anyway, so long story short, I'm, smaller and healthier now, but I'm trying to think of when I was at my largest. And there were a lot of friends of mine, they're like, are you sure you really want to do weight loss surgery? Because that's not like a lot. And when I was going to classes, I mean, there were people that were easily pushing 400 pounds in this class. So, and I remember, post surgery, you're in the hospital for a couple of days, obviously, because, they cut up your insides. And this person comes in from social services and starts to show you all of this equipment that they're like, oh, well, we weren't sure if you were going to have support when you get home. So here's this thing that helps you put your socks on and off. Here's the thing that helps you wipe yourself or take a shower because you can't reach this, that, and the other thing. And I'm like, oh my God, I was never that big. Holy shit. I mean, I could still like perform normal life functions,
Plus, you could just use a rag on a stick like a normal person.
Exactly.
Yeah, like Bart Simpson.
Yeah.
But I was thinking, oh my God, the folks that get this large, not only, does it cause all these health problems they're probably taking medications for. I mean, because I had sleep apnea, I had high blood pressure, I was close to, type 2 diabetes. It was just crazy stuff. But then you think of that on top of all of this other equipment that you have to buy in order to just take care of yourself and live a normal life. So it's just, so I'm kind of
should be an obesity treatment.
I'm sorry.
No, this is a serious point. Starvation should be a good obesity treatment. Don't give them anything to eat.
Well, honestly, that's why some people that are in the condition of being well over 300 pounds, or they can't leave their house. I mean, my father-in-law has lost a lot of weight for when he was ill with cancer, and he always put on 100 pounds like overnight.
Jeez.
Because all of a sudden he could eat again. And you're looking at, your relative, or in this case, my mother-in-law. I'm like, is he going to the grocery store? No. Well, then why are you complaining he's lost weight? You're bringing him the food. And it was just, And I'm like,
Never trust mothers-in-law, folks. Ideally, don't have them. Slip something into their wine
because they enable them or whatever to gain
exactly.
Well,
I mean,
because food is love.
Exactly, and I've seen that with if you have larger parents, I've seen people contribute to that in their kids too.
Yep. I had a small bout with weight problems because my mother's kind of large, but that's because her and my grandmother ate like crazy because they came from 1940s Hungary where they were under an iron curtain.
Mm-hmm.
and they didn't have anything. So I sort of picked up those eating habits, and I've had to fight them my whole life.
My goodness, you're Hungarian from one bad situation to the next during that period of history.
Half Hungarian, half
leave us
Polish.
alone. We have food over here on this continent, Ryan,
Yeah.
and my family is full of fat people, and I understand I have to regulate my weight. Like, I look at the struggles my sister went through, or my mothers go through. Even my dad now that he's gotten up there in age, he hadn't been able to work. It just kind of sets in, but he's been had a few surgeries.
Yep.
But yeah, I mean, it is a problem in my family.
Look at the blurb on the top of the video.
The blurb on the top.
I can't fit in the plane. It
aisle.
Feels like discrimination. No,
Yes.
it's not.
No, it's not discrimination.
Oh, I thought you were a liberal. Oh my God,
I am one. I am.
And then
Doesn't mean to throw
the
personal
other-
responsibility out the window.
I think a key to it is to just like, because some people they gain and they gain and they gain and they gain. I can't. If I get much over 200, my blood pressure starts to spike, and I don't like to play with the blood pressure. So I was as high as 215 at one point and got back down to 190, and like just that difference. You can feel the difference in just carrying your own weight around.
Oh yeah.
Like, when I was pushing 215, it was like I'd go up a flight of stairs and be like, "Oh my God, stairs! Who invented these things? They're so hard."
These torture devices.
But like I got back down to 190, and it's like I'll take them two at a time, no problem again. Okay, this is where I want to be. I want to be under 200. So that's what I do. I check the scale. If I'm over 200, well, I guess I'm going on another intermittent fasting cycle.
I need a scale, Slender Dad. You just shamed me into remembering
So do
that I
I.
need that.
I need one too because I'm getting pretty big.
Look, I'm 300 pounds. I am a fatty, but I enjoy roasting fat pigs, especially if they're female.
I like a good pig roast myself. I have a built-in fat mechanism. There's a nerve on the back of my neck that will start irritating. I'll just start getting, I'll just start getting pain in the back of my neck out of nowhere if I gain too much weight because of the pressure, from my lower body, I guess, pulling on it.
Is that where your conscience is located?
No, I lost that a long time ago.
Oh,
Is that
is that
a
where your
bug or a
self-respect
feature?
is located? My self-respect is tingling.
Right. All right, let's look at this article and let's try and be sensitive. All right, people. There's been a lot of good conversation.
I'm saying, like, be sensitive, but also be realistic. People who say, who push personal responsibility have a point.
There's my Canadian 90s liberal.
Yeah, I know, eh?
There he is, eh?
Like, I like capitalism and a social safety net. Fucking sue me.
How Hungarian of you.
Like, jeez.
Fucking A, bro. All right. See, okay, ready? She's hoping this idea takes off. I think we should help her. The plus-size TikToker is arguing that airlines should make plane aisles wider to accommodate larger passengers, calling the current layout. Really? All right.
No,
I guess we're stopping here. Why is it not discrimination?
It's not. It's
No,
never
go ahead.
not
No,
discrimination.
You stop me. Go. You preach, bro.
How can it be discrimination? Like your body is your responsibility. All of us don't have the same tools. All of us don't have the same body hormones, etc. Whatever. Like you could have two kids and gain a lot of weight, like Tina here. But at the end of the day, it's your responsibility. And even at the very beginning, I said, like, it looks like she has that condition. I'll even link the condition in the chat here, so you can pull it up if you want to. It's the distribution of where your fat goes, but the fact that she has so much of it is her responsibility.
You could say, though, that her disability is a protected characteristic that we have to cater to.
Unfortunately, yes.
Therefore, it's discrimination. Therefore, they should change it.
Too. I mean, I would say plus size.
Pig, I'd say. A pig TikToker. How Chinese?
I consider a plus size someone who would be wearing an XL. I don't think that's an XL. There's at least 3 X's before the L on that.
Yeah. You should consider porn. No XL.
Real quick, I want to say hi to the lovely Sherry. Came into the chat. Thank you so much for being here, Sherry. Appreciate you. One Man Show is with us. Hail, brother. Thank you for stopping by. And let's see. Matt had a comment. Says there's a difference between obese people who actually try to do something about it and understand it's an issue, and fat asses who bitch about it.
Yep.
On a plane, I either buy 2 coach tickets or pay for first class.
Mm.
Yeah, I mean, you've got to. That's a shame that you know.
And why is it specific to fat people? I happen to be a rather tall person, and I served in the United States Navy for 14 years. Guess what? I hit my head on every fucking thing in every hallway on every ship. I didn't say they were discriminating against tall people because there were valves sticking off the bulkheads right at 6 feet. Like, I didn't tell them they needed to redesign the ship to accommodate my tallness because they're height phobic. I ducked. That's what I did.
Yeah, and your CEO said, "Suck it up, Tolly."
Yeah.
Right.
He said, "I don't give a fuck, stick man."
But maybe it was your dream to like man a submarine or something, and the government should be creating ones large enough to accommodate people with height issues.
I forgot. It's Slender Man.
No.
Tina, that was really Chicago. Thank you.
Hey, I tried.
Isn't there a mass shooting going on where you live?
I don't know. Is it Saturday?
Yeah, Tina just got back. All right, she just got home. Leave her alone. All right, don't ask questions.
Exactly. As usual, I lost my firearms and ammunition on a boating accident on the way home. But
find any lost bullets recently, Tina?
I don't want to tell you about how many shells I pull out of my chesticles, as my husband calls them, after we go to the range. But you know, it happens.
You know, if you got you a P90, that wouldn't happen because the ejection port is on the bottom of the rifle.
Oh, see, that would be helpful. That's why I
problem with gun crime, mass shooting. I'm British, you see.
Maybe Tina likes it when her husband plays scavenger hunt afterward.
Well, I'm not going to say that.
Argument, Ryan, but at the same time, I'd rather be shot to death than stabbed to death.
Yeah,
well, that's what I'm saying. Like, you Slender, you can rattle off about guns. Ryan don't know nothing, but you ask him about a Bowie knife. I'll bet you he knows which blade. He knows his blades over there.
I got my blade right here. I got a pair of scissors. To protect myself.
You are so gangster, dude. You're just. We're trying, hell.
My mind is just stuck with Mr. Bojan trying to fish shells out of Mrs. Bojan's booby purse.
Well, and he's got to do them really quickly because they burn like hell.
Yeah.
But anyway.
I got the vapors.
He's like, it's hot in here.
Right, so I can't do it.
Is it okay to show a pair of scissors on YouTube? I've never actually seen a pair of scissors on YouTube, so this really is an exclusive.
This is what we need to make. Hold on now. This is a moment.
My fingernails.
Do they open up?
Disgusting. But yeah.
Is that classified as a deadly weapon in the UK?
Well, yes. You can kill someone with a pair of scissors. Grab it like that and just go.
Those are the stabby scissors, not the cutting scissors.
Oh my God, computer! Yeah. Please hurry up. What's up, Donnie Pearson? Good to see you, man. Thank you for coming through the chat. Hail to you, Soul Assassin in the house. How are you, brother? All right, let's continue on. The woman. This is a woman who posts to the platform as Big Curvy Olivia. It's Big Curvy Olivia. Right. Do you think that's a proper description of her channel?
No,
there are a lot of curves.
Olivia.
Well, considering her name is Dorothy, it's probably a bad YouTube
Pig.
I'd go with like Jiggly.
Jiggly.
Jiggly's good.
Jigglypuff. She shared a video this week showing herself struggling to traverse a United Airlines plane, having to turn sideways as she walked past rows of seats. Honestly, it's discrimination.
Pobrecito.
Here we go. Let's be sensitive to this woman's words. Honestly, it's discrimination that they can't build wider aisles in airplanes in 2023. She wrote in the clip, which was landed about 700,000 views. Do you think that those 700,000 views, all the people that are watching this are caring, like very heartfelt, empathetic about her situation?
Oh, I'm sure. I'm sure all of them.
I mean, I hope not.
No, they're all roasting the fat bitch. That's what they're doing.
Do you think the comments are turned off by now?
Oh yeah.
She can't regulate all those comments. There's no way. The post reached. Let's see. I mean, that's a lot. There you go. Job opportunity. Anybody out there, if you're looking for someone up and coming?
Granted, she's got a nice face, but she
needs guidance in the realm.
She does have a nice face.
She has a pretty
That's
face.
about it.
She has a nice face. Yeah.
Jesus Christ! Look at the size.
Not even the
yeah, but
cannons?
look at Jesus.
Look at the cellulite in her arm.
Yeah.
Like, I'm sorry, there are pretty standard beauty.
Oh my
They're pretty
God.
basic beauty standards, and that ain't it. It's just not.
There's a person trapped in that arm, folks. You can make out
What?
little wrinkles with the face and the nose. Mm.
Dude,
Look,
to,
she's a
to throw
bodybuilder.
it back
She
to
built those-
Fight Club at this point, you could make a lot of soap out of her.
Yep.
Look, she's a
Why do you
bodybuilder.
think
She built that
Joe-
body with
Chad-
cheeseburgers.
Go on.
Yes, I do. Actually,
Well,
it's part of the requirement. But
That's
actually,
part of the
remember, they have
requirement.
to be legal. Yeah, they have to be legal. Barely legal is still legal.
Mm.
See, I was wondering earlier. I didn't want to interrupt you because you wanted some great information, but you had said that you didn't want to judge her, and I thought to myself, yes, she's talking her down right now. That it absolutely is. Tina's job, apparently, guys, we found out last week, is to point out hotties of legal age for the husband, and then she immediately goes to after the objectification, she begins to devalue them. She says, like, well, this doesn't look good, and I do this better. Like that's how she asserts dominance. So it's an even exchange between her and Mr. Bojan.
Tina, I'm an
I
atheist, and I'm
respect
saying
that,
you're doing
Tina.
God's work.
I think.
Why do
She
you
maintains
think
her
Dove
alpha
is-
status.
You found your calling.
Well, I will say that. Why do you think Dove supports all the fat people being fat, so that when they die, they can use their fat to turn it into soap, so they can sell more soap to more fat people? It's a money maker, folks.
Mhm.
Of course.
It really is.
You have more surface area.
Yeah,
you know
but
what,
you kind of lose me when you start getting into the gamer aspect of it, because, I mean, we don't shower. That cuts into game time.
I never thought of that.
Well, no, but you know what? I think Ryan's on to something, and you have to actually
what I
cover
would
more
do.
surface area with the cleanser, so
Yeah.
you're using more of it.
Human soap made out of fat humans, that's something I'd certainly do.
Donnie Pearson said, I've always wanted to fly on United Airlines, yet I have seen commercials for it, and I think of United every time I hear George Gershwin's Rhapsody in Blue.
Being from Chicago, I fly United all the time, and it's obviously nicer than Spirit and Budget and all those other scarier airlines, but it's nothing.
You know what my favorite airline is in America, Tina?
What
It's
is that?
9/11 Airlines.
Oh my God!
Ow!
Damn.
Dude, somebody's still bitter about the Revolutionary War.
Yes, salty, bro. There is definitely a thing with Ryan, and we in the States.
She's from Canada.
Is she?
Yeah.
Soul
On behalf
Assassin. No, thank
Go
you.
ahead.
No, I'm good.
That
I'm all right.
explains a lot.
I was just going to say on behalf of Canada, we're sorry.
She your type, Ladonis? You like him big?
I'm sorry. What was that?
You like him big, Ladonis?
Big heads, I guess. Have I dated many fat chicks? No.
Well, the last
I
one
really haven't
certainly
dated
was.
that many fat her post drew more than 5,000 comments. The users divided over how to handle the situation because of dicks like you who make fun of this poor woman who's just trying to get a fucking seat. That's why I fly business or first class. I'm not as big, but I'm not small. Wait, I'm not as big. Girl, that's
Basically,
big.
I'm not as fat as you, lady.
What do you mean as
everyone
big?
is happy and I get peace. I don't know.
She's all big.
I don't know.
Well, see, what airlines does
That's a
she
lot of
fly?
big.
Because business class gives you more leg room. It doesn't give you a wider seat.
Mm-hmm. Oh, Is it first class or business class? Because it has
like,
those like pods.
The first class has the pods, yeah. If you're going, that's usually only though if you're going one of those big planes, or if you're going over, water.
International.
Thank you, that word.
This
Yeah.
This is why Draven is one of the hardest working hoes in the community. You see that? Look. Nobody asked for it. Nobody was going to ask for it, but just in case you're into big girls, he got you. I got it. Thank you, Draven. Oh, God, your dicks. All right.
She does have the OnlyFans. Go figure, right?
I mean,
no dick will satisfy that woman. Look how massive she is.
Hold on, she's got an OnlyFans.
Yeah.
There's an
I'm pretty sure this is the same girl.
What you said? Oh my God. How can you tell?
She's fat.
And she's a pig.
She's pretty big.
Don't think of anything. Thank you for saving me. See, others slammed the woman for her audacious. I can't fucking pronounce it.
Audacious.
Yeah, it's audacious.
Thank you,
LaDonna.
Damn it. Observation.
How American.
Got a problem with it. Don't fly. One TikToker snark. How is it discrimination? Well, that's pretty much this was Mr. Particle Trunk. That's him.
Yeah, it's not. It's definitely
wider aisles. Wider aisles mean less seats, and that would be cutting into the profits to accommodate the supersized. One person wrote it wouldn't make sense. Supersized. That's a
Ooh, you missed the comment that I liked.
No, okay. Which one is it?
Real talk, though, they should be accommodating for tall people.
Oh yeah, there it is. Yep. How did I miss that? How did I miss that? Oh, brother. Let's see. Hey, Tina, would you do me a
wonder
favor?
if there's more tall people than really fat people.
Hey, I didn't have a choice about how tall I got.
Tina, you there?
Most of the people who got as big as they did had a choice.
True.
I'm here.
Blooper.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I went through too many. Hey, Tina, can you bring up Pink News? Can you bring up that Pink News article for us?
The Pink.
Would you mind doing that?
Going to Pink News.
Should I get my
just go in the road
bucket
chat.
ready to throw up?
Oh, you had better, sir. You had better.
We're entering the gay zone, folks.
Oh,
Fasten
gotcha.
your belts.
Let's see.
Is there a link in there for it? I think I left one.
Yes, you did. I'm just pulling it up.
You're pulling it out. All right. While you're pulling that out,
I said up, not out.
Everybody
Excuse
remembers.
me while I whip this out.
She gonna make it.
I want everybody to remember Claude. Phil Team NC is going to be cosplaying this for us. So,
what's he cosplaying? Oh,
he's going to be. This is going to be Phil Team NC's next cosplay. It's not Luke. It's not anything from the original. He's doing a sequel trilogy character, and he's doing the monster penis for us. So we got to appreciate that. Thank you. Thank you, Phil. Greatly appreciate you. All right, guys, this is going to be serious. This is another serious topic we're talking about right now.
Oh,
all right.
good.
Yes. There was an indie film that was made just recently, and the reviews are out. Pedro Pascal's queer cowboy film, Strange Way of Life, premieres at the Cannes. The verdict's in. I see. There's a strong reaction, Ryan. I see there's a strong reaction coming from you at the sight of this picture. What is there? Are you okay? Are you all right? What do you think? Like, what do you think? Your first impression.
If the French think it's too far, then it's too far.
Is that a thing?
Yeah, French are notoriously homosexual and pedophilic. So if they don't like something sexual, then it really has gone too far.
Yeah, I hate the first sentence in the article. Like, already I hate this. From legendary gay director. Like,
he's that gay. He's legendary.
Like, is he legendary for how gay he is, or his ability to direct?
I guarantee you, he is not. No, they're John Waters. He has nothing on John Waters.
I don't.
Impossible.
Is John Waters gay and a director?
Wait, is it John Waters? Yes, John Waters. He's the king of filth, the Duke of Sleaze.
How do I not know of this person, Mr. Tickle?
You don't. He's a gay director, pencil thin mustache, very thin gentleman. He did a lot of drag movies, and he's sort of like a cult classic.
This is back when it was aimed at adults.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, just
Like
flip
Tu Wong
it.
Fu?
They would never put in an article. They'd never open it up with legendary straight director, legendary cis director, legendary normal white guy director. But we got to throw gay in there for some reason.
Slender, be careful. They might take that as a cry for representation. We might get that shit. All right, so calm it down.
I would like some of my representation back. I feel like it all got taken away.
He's legendary because he has AIDS and he's still alive.
You know, guys, listen, there is this commercial that's out. It's an AIDS commercial for AIDS medicine, right? And I'm not against that or anything, but listen, the whole catch for it is I'm undetectable. I'm sorry. I don't want you to be undetectable. I don't think that is a safe. I'm undetectable. Like what? You're cloaked. Can we
be cloaked to fire?
I could fuck you and you'd never know.
Yeah.
Now you have AIDS. Not sick.
And you have AIDS.
I've seen it like 3 times. I'm like, it's scary. This is really scary. It's like what they want. I can't. Could you imagine just like, I'm undetectable. I'm going to give it to you. It's just it's creepy to me.
They want everyone to have AIDS and die.
Well, no, not die. Just live with it. I think that they want to spread it. I think they want to share it. Like everybody in the community should have this. We should all be in this together. I think that's more of the mode. I don't think it's, we're going to kill everyone because they don't want to die. They want to live. That's why they're taking the meds. They just want everybody in on the party. Like that's how it comes off to me. I don't like that undetectable line. Sorry.
Yeah, that's not good.
Hard pass.
Listen, didn't we see this movie before? What was it called? Brokeback Mountain. Yeah.
How do you know that, Mr. Tiggledrum?
He knows everything. He knows gay directors. He called one out and was like, "He's not as good as this one."
That's very Canadian.
John Waters is hilarious. Like
view.
his movies are hilarious. Like he doesn't take himself seriously. He hates all this woke stuff.
Yeah.
They couldn't handle John Waters because he has a sense of humor about himself and his subject matter.
Oh well, that is strictly prohibited at this point. You can't have a sense of humor about anything these days.
They wouldn't let him make movies because he makes light of things that are out of the ordinary rather than normalizing them. Like he acknowledges that they're strange and weird, and he pokes fun at himself and everybody else. Like,
oh, that's cool.
Like it's a healthy outlook on things. Like nobody is above reproach. You can make jokes about anything. That's John Waters.
No, they wouldn't be able to handle him.
No,
it'd be too sensitive.
Exactly.
Going back to what Slender Dad said, though, he's right. From legendary gay director, like what does that put off? Like I understand in that community, that's like stars and sparkles and rainbows. But like to me, it's like I'm asking like how this sentence.
Every room he enters turns into pastels.
Is that what it is?
Well, here's the thing, right?
Eddie.
It has nothing to do with his ability to direct either. It's like, you could say like a legendary technical robotics expert, and it's like, okay, well, I understand why you would say that about someone if you were talking to a bunch of people who worked in robotics, but working and directing and being gay. They don't go hand in hand. They have nothing to do with one another. It's not a credential.
In drama, it is.
I mean, you don't put that on your resume? It doesn't go on your jacket? Gay?
Well, I mean, yeah, everything goes on your jacket if you're gay, including all the other guys.
Well, I guess, Tina, please start. We didn't get to start reading it, so would you please?
Sure. Queer Western, A Strange Way of Life, starring Pedro Pascal and Ethan Hawke, has finally had its premiere after being talked about and speculated on for months, and the first reviews are in. The 30-minute film from legendary actor Pedro Almodovar.
You didn't say gay
wrong.
Director.
Should I narrate?
You said actor.
Oh, I'm sorry. From the legendary gay director Pedro Almodovar, was screened yesterday, May 17th, at the Cannes Film Festival, starring The Last of Us actor and internet daddy Pascal as former gunslinger Silva.
Internet daddy. I'm sorry, that's so
He just shows up on the scene, in assless chaps.
That mustache is perfect.
And Dead Poet Society Hawke as Town Sheriff Jake. Now that's like they're going back to what, the 1980s for Dead Poet Society. I mean, it's like Ethan Hawke hasn't done anything since then. That is so strange. Anyway,
yeah, he wasn't in Gattaca or anything.
Exactly. Strange Way of Life has frequently been dubbed and the answer to seminal queer cowboy movie Brokeback Mountain. The trailer teased as much as it featured Pascal and Hawke stitching between threatening each other with a gun and tenderly embracing, with Jake planting a sweet kiss on Silva's neck. As a concept, that concept being Pedro Pascal being queer in literally anything, Strange Way of Life has had gay Twitter in a chokehold for months.
There's
now
a gay
the
Twitter?
reviews are in.
That just sounds disgusting at every level.
Oh, there's a trailer.
Open
It's
your
just
mind.
two old men being gay is now a 30-minute film.
Wow.
It's called Tummy Sticks, Ryan. All right, be more sensitive.
Where's the rope and where are the lampposts?
Oh my god. Stop!
Well, I'm not directly referencing what that means, so it's not offensive.
Oh. Well, the director recently said the film is erotic, but not explicitly sexual. Reviews suggest that there is still a hint of kink. According to The Guardian, the two
Calm, Ryan,
You
calm.
have used the words erotic, explicitly sexual, and kink all in the last 10 seconds. I got news for you. Erotic and sexual are pretty much the same fucking thing. So you can't say it's one and not the other.
I will kink shame you all to death if you say that
If this
word
is the kink,
again.
yes.
We might have to cover this film, Ryan. We might have to make that a rogue.
Dude, I watched
special.
the trailer. I watched the trailer, and it looks self-aware, and it looks like a comedy.
Oh no, really?
Yeah, it looks like a movie from like the trailer's cut like it's from like the 1970s, like a low-budget movie.
Oh,
Of course, it's
that's
funny.
hysterical.
It's gay. Should be laughed at.
What?
That makes a point. That makes a point. Gay means you're happy.
Sure.
Yeah.
You're laughing. Well, the two reunite after 25 years apart, and the connection between them becomes too intense to resist. Cue some handy camera work that makes it clear, and the pair swiftly head to the bedroom after finishing a reunion meal. Hawke's character seems to regret the moment of passion the next day, when it becomes clear that he has chased down Joe, Silva's son, played by model and actor George Steen. Despite being praised for tense and poignant scenes between the two leads, as their conflict grows, one Variety reviewer declared that The Strange Way of Life is half-baked and barely delivered on the expectation held by many when the film was dubbed as a gay Western.
That's because these people want 50 Shades of Grey for gays.
So it came up short.
Wait. So is the subtext of this little short film that love conquers over everything, even if I go murder your son?
Yes. But there's not enough dicks. Apparently, there's a problem.
Why do you think he's killing his son?
With a dick?
No.
They didn't have dildo technology back then. You had to get it off somebody.
He wants his son. He wants the younger boy instead of the old decrepit man.
Yep, most of them do.
Oh my lord, my lord. I feel bad for the gays on gay Twitter that are out there, expecting a cornucopia of phallics just flying all over the place. They're going to get a story. Apparently, that's a bad thing.
This is a story about how a gay man kills a bisexual man's son to turn the bi man into a gay man. That's what this film is.
He's really going to ride him into alpha gay status.
A story as old as time.
Yeah, that back clam is done. Do you see the picture right there? It kind of looks like The Last of Us 2, doesn't it? Doesn't it remind you of The Last of Us 2 a little bit?
This here?
Yeah.
I can't wait for Pedro Pascal's head to be caved in the second season.
Oh, Sherry, thank God for you. What the hell? All right, Sherry, do me a favor if you're still out there. I barely checked Twitter, so please go and send it. Like, Miss Tickle Shrunk, are you on Twitter? A lot.
What's a Twitter?
Oh, are you a gay Twitter where they're celebrating shit? I missed this a while back, and I want to make sure. No, thank you. Not happening. And we're not talking about that right now. We're talking about the gays. Okay?
I typed in Twitter and Google. Oh, God.
And also, thank you to Andy Zombie Reviews for sending us a super sticker. It's a rainbow. Thank you. We're very accepting here at Rogue Entertainment. We're understanding.
So Steven loves them thick, and apparently I love the Downs girls.
Oh, that was the best conversation ever.
Oh no! What did I miss? Thank you, Andy. I appreciate you.
So far, this movie sounds boring.
Well, let's finish it. Let's finish this out. Let's finish it off. And
okay.
Yeah.
Well,
the trailer looked like it was like a self-aware comedy, but if it's serious, it's just like a.
This is from Pink News. This is
like
from
an art. If it's an artsy movie, it looks really boring.
It's from the gay perspective. All right. And so that's how you have to accept it, Mr. Tickle Trunk. All right. So just take it.
What the hell? This is the Downs Victoria's Secret model or whatever. She's apparently Spanish or from Spain or something.
Why is she dating the crow?
What's wrong with her
She's
mouth?
dating me. She's my boo.
Oh.
She's.
Why does she have a man hand?
She has Down syndrome.
Oh, my bad. I didn't know. Oh, my God.
Oh, my God.
Shit.
You're worried about us being insensitive.
That was ignorance.
She looks half decent, though, right?
No.
I'm just digging myself a hole.
They all look the same. They're like communists or Chinese people.
Ryan will say everything that we want to say and don't say, and I appreciate that.
God damn it.
Oh my God.
They are the end result of communism. But please carry on.
People.
Thank you very much. Very astute.
While it's been said that viewers will be treated to a fleeting shot of Pascal's butt, Deadline has revealed that the sex really isn't seen, other than a flashback featuring the younger versions of Jake and Silva.
That's bad.
However, the publication praises the film as revolutionary in its own quiet way, with Pascal and Hawke delivering polar opposite and believable characters who subtly tell the homoerotic history of their relationship. Others who watched the film demanded a full-length version be released, with Hawke and Pascal being the melodramatic Western lovers we've always wanted, while one reviewer suggested that the film was really meaning and humanity and is not camp and melodrama, as the film poster suggests.
Okay. All right. I think, beautiful. Why is there a condom conversation going on in the secret, the private chat? What's
the AIDS condom. Thanks for that, Mr. Tickle Drum.
Tina looked up the HIV treatment that says it makes you undetectable because it actually prevents you from spreading it if you have sex. So I said it's like an AIDS condom, but it's more effective than condoms because condoms are 99.9% effective.
How about just don't have sex? Do they just have to have sex all the time, pick it up the ass all the time?
Apparently, Ryan, in the United States now, it's becoming illegal to teach abstinence in school. So
what?
I'm being sarcastic, but the way that
sorry.
The way that we need to teach our 4-year-olds how to properly apply a condom in grade schools nowadays. Pretty soon they're going to make it illegal for us.
Proper age is proper grade is grade 4 and up is when it should happen. Right before they go through puberty.
About it.
So they don't let their hormones control their brains.
Right, but you do it in a way. But Mr. Tickle Shrunk, you do it in a way where you're not talking about extra genders and people's identifications.
Yes, that's that's.
But no, to go back to Ryan's thing where he's like, do they just have to have sex all the time? Did you listen to the article that we just read? Because my wife reads some of them romance novels and they aren't as spicy as this fucking article.
I need
Well-
to get in touch with the rope makers and the lamppost creators because we're going to have a field day, especially in the U.S. But please carry on, Ladonnis.
No, I think we've gayed out. Do you think there's more, Tina? Do you see anything
I
more?
think
That's,
I've had my fill of gay for the day.
No, they're just basically the last statement I have to read though is, but still, Pascal doing anything queer is always going to get the gays hot under the collar and buying tickets.
He's not even attractive. Like,
why do these people have money? Why are they being employed?
I'm sorry. What was you saying, Slender?
Mm-hmm.
oh, I said I don't think he's that attractive. Like, you know, you bring me a Brad Pitt, you know,
Hell
riding
yeah.
a stallion over the mountainside with his hair flowing in the wind,
Mm-hmm.
and
Some Troy Brad Pitt or
I'll
Fight
get a little
Club.
gay. I'll start to ovulate a little bit.
Yeah,
but like
exactly.
Pedro Pascal does not do it for me.
Legends of the Fall, Brad Pitt. All right.
Yes,
let's be real.
Legends.
I don't know if I've
Exactly.
seen that.
Yeah, Legends of the Fall, Brad Pitt.
Yeah. Oh, Draven, that's exactly why you said the other ones. All right. So you got to go watch Legends of the Fall, and then you'll be like, oh, I get it.
Oh no!
Oh, that's the
movie
one with Anthony
recommendation.
Hopkins and they're fighting that lion thing or whatever.
It's a bear. What do you mean a lion thing? What?
thought it was
It's a movie. You didn't see it.
A
It's
lion
okay.
thing.
Oh,
It
maybe I'm
wasn't
thinking
even a
of
lion.
something
It was a lion thing.
Right.
It has that guy from
He's seeing claws.
what is it?
Yes.
Aiden Quinn or whatever from
Yep, Aiden Quinn. He plays
Practical
the oldest
Magic.
brother, I think. Yeah.
Practical Magic. Yeah, I watched Practical Magic the other day. Oh my God, Sandra Bullock. Oh, I remember why I like her so much.
Yes, sir. Snow Dub. There's fat, and then there's trans fat. Hell, trans fat. What is up, Snow Dub? Good to see you, man. Thank you for coming through, guys. Check out the Council of Cotton tonight. Cotton Council tonight on Snow Dub's channel, 10:30 Eastern, I believe. So, guys, go please check them out. Good to see you.
Very
Corey.
talented bunch. The puppeteers.
Absolutely. I watched Snow build just from his channel, like in the very beginning, 100 subs. You know, we've known each other since the beginning, and build it into what it's become today, and got other people involved in doing the comedy bits. You know, Hail K-Log, miss him, it's been the expansion of this Cottonverse that he's building has been a beautiful thing to watch. So hail to you, brother. It's good to see you. Thank you for stopping through, bro. So I can roll, my man.
Great song.
So next article would be, oh, you know what? Let's talk about Slender Dad. Slender Dad came this weekend because he wanted to talk about Netflix's Cleopatra. That he apparently he was really smitten with it. And so,
How dare you?
I don't have any article or anything to bring up on it. But yeah, I mean, take it. Let me grab a screenshot or something and take it away, Slender. What did you think?
I'll share a screen.
got
I just
something?
had the IMDb. I had the IMDb open because I needed the names of the supposed scholars that were part of this.
Oh, you mean Jada Pinkett Smith?
Yeah, no.
No.
This lady who kept driving me crazy all friggin' night.
Uh-huh.
But I have to go down and get her name. That would be classics professor Hamilton, Shelley Haley. Sorry, she's a classics professor at Hamilton University. But yeah, Miss Shelley spent a lot of time on screen, and Miss Shelley does not have a voice for television or any type of communication, and
or scientific progress, or cultural anthropology, or history in general.
Oh my gosh, yes, yeah. So I understand that she's learned, and obviously she's a professor, so that means she likely has a PhD in something. However,
doesn't mean as much these days, though. Sadly.
Exactly.
She
So,
bought her one.
but she starts the whole thing basically, telling the story about when she came home from school one day and was talking to her grandmother about what she learned in history, and that she learned all about Egypt. And her grandmother says, well, no matter what they tell you in school, Cleopatra was black.
That is the scientific basis for the argument. That is her evidence. My
Seriously,
grandma told me.
Exactly. And everybody else who was a supposed scholar on the series, we're talking about PhD candidates
Mhm.
and authors of fictional historical novels. Sorry, historical fiction.
Okay.
I mean, it was a joke. No one has the name Egyptologist next to their name. They
Oh.
weren't Zahi Hawass, famous, on television. He's a jerk and he's probably, stole more things and sold it to some place that Ryan lives near. But
Shots fired.
but these are foremost, historians. I mean, they know everything about Egypt, and Egypt left completely detailed records, and there were dynasties, and some of them were North African. Some of them were Greek,
Macedonian.
and some were, thank you, Macedonian, and there were a lot of Jewish people that lived there. I don't think they ever had any Jewish dynasties. And then there was also, it wasn't Asian. What was the other term that they used?
Arab.
Thank you. But they didn't use Arab. They used another fancier Persian. There you go. They were Persian.
Okay. Makes sense.
Yeah. So very, very interesting. So that was pretty much my comment, is the fact that there wasn't anyone who really knew anything about history or anyone that you would credit as important from,
Of course not. They're Americans.
Well,
You guys don't know history or geography.
But we have historical records. We have historical not photographs, but like paintings,
statues, of her face.
everything else. Like she's of Greek descent. She's fucking Greek.
Yeah, it's
Exactly,
almost like races have been mixing forever.
Like, I don't know if you guys ever read Shakespeare, but he wrote this thing called Julius Caesar, and she was in that because she's Mark Antony's brother.
She's his brother?
Sister.
Brother?
Okay, there we go. That's better.
The trans rep going on?
I'm spun up. Everything's coming in really fast because it pisses me off to no end. Like,
I mean, there's a question who her mother actually was, but they absolutely know who her father was. And he was not North African.
No, he was. It's not. He's a Macedonian. She's part of the Macedonian line, which means she was lighter skinned. It doesn't take away from the fact that at that point, culturally and socially, these people were Egyptian. I mean, Egypt was like the ancient melting pot of the world.
Yeah, like algebra comes from that part of the world.
Because it was even today. Yes, it is an African country, but I've been to Egypt. I've been to Israel. I've been all around those areas. They really aren't black. They're not. Like,
they're olive skinned, aren't they?
Yeah, they're not dark people.
Yeah, they're not white either. But
so sub-Saharan Africans, they're North Africans, they're Arabs, because all the Arabs know is to conquer things by force, and that's how Egypt, like most of North Africa, is Arab, because they took it over from the white Europeans who controlled the region, the Mediterranean region. So yeah.
Also tore out the Zoroastrians that were left.
And back then, there's a lot of trade between cultures and things. I don't know if anybody here knows human nature, but when cultures mix, people be fucking.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of race mixing that happens. And there's not like, you're not gonna have like, leave it to the Americans. There's black and white and nothing else.
Exactly.
Is basically what this woman is saying.
You can tell Mr. Tickle Trunk is a liberal because he came out.
We like fucking.
And and also, and that is very true. I mean, it's very, very deep rooted in humanity. Us white people got three different hominids. We were banging like our cousin races, like legit other races of humans.
Dude, there's Neanderthal in our DNA.
That's right. I got 4.6 of it, bro.
We were at war with the Neanderthals. We wiped them out, and we were still fucking like.
That's because we were banging their chicks. It didn't matter. They could that Neanderthal chick may not be able to go down an airplane freaking aisle, but we would have banged her after killing a child.
Damn.
That's what is up. All right. Matt says the Ptolemaic pharaohs were Macedonian with some Persian mixed in. It's possible Cleopatra's mother might have been a native Egyptian who were not black, but more likely Cleo's mother was her aunt. Yeah, because they did incest too.
There's you.
Thank you very much, Matt. Appreciate that.
When the family tree is a bush.
Yeah.
Bonnie Pearson said, "Off the world, I believe not all Netflix content are created equal. Not even the Power Rangers." No, you're right, Donnie.
For every Squid Game, there is a Cuties. For every Power Ranger, there is a Queen Cleopatra.
Yep.
I will say I saw the best meme with regards to the Queen Cleopatra Netflix series the other day, though. It just had 3 black bears, and it said Polar Bears, a Netflix documentary.
That's great.
Oh, that's hysterical. I mean, and the real sad part is, I mean, half of it because it was supposedly a documentary. We already talked about how the scholars were not scholarly, and the actors, they weren't actorly. I mean, they were not good. I mean, it was discount all the way around. Ugh. I mean, these people had no talents. They didn't have a famous person. Maybe the whole thing is that no one could be more famous than Jada Pinkett Smith associated with the series. I don't know. But.
I could see that happening. She is very egotistical.
Yeah. Crazy.
And the sad part is, like, there's like, why don't you just go to like an African queen's story and tell that instead?
Exactly.
You bigot.
Yes, I'm a bigot for wanting a story about an actual black queen.
We have a story about a black princess.
Ooh,
a mermaid princess.
Now, before you change, before you change topics, though.
No, go ahead, please.
Apparently the state of Israel is attempting to file a multi-billion-dollar lawsuit against Netflix.
What?
For trying to discount their history.
Well, they're fucked. Anyone who messes with Israel suffers a fate worse than death. So, bye-bye. You are dead.
Ryan, calm down. There's some things we don't fuck with on this program. All right, don't fuck with the Jews, please.
And the Egyptians they're both going after them at the same time. You know you fucked up when you got both of those going after you,
dude. When you got Egypt and Israel on the same page about anything, you dumb.
They're on the same side of this argument.
Each other.
Right. This is going to bring together that part of the world. Is that what you're saying?
Peace in the Middle East. Thanks.
That'd be so great. That'd be so great.
Oh my God.
Over America's ignorance.
Yeah.
All over America's ignorance. You know, I was looking at. Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead, Tina.
No, go ahead. No.
Well, I was listening to a video about some South African guys were sitting around talking about the black ones. They were sitting around talking about. One was being interviewed and he was talking about the gay agenda. He was talking about America's help overseas and then how it is attached to the LGBTQ RSTUV, propaganda stuff, and how it looks to a foreigner. Like when I hear Ryan going off every now and again, I'm thinking, yeah, I get it.
Yeah,
I get it because we have a lot of bullshitters in this country, and we were imperial before. We imposed our will before, but now we're imposed, and we had a very strong culture. We exported culture all over the place, but now we're using it like it's complete imagination, just to literally rewrite history in everybody's face.
Yeah, because your culture is being subverted. Correct.
Right, because culture is being subverted.
When you have a great culture that is worthy of emulation, you can export culture all day. Our culture has fallen, so now we extort culture. The money comes with strings attached.
Ryan, how does it look
for the third world? By lambasting these abominations and criticizing progressive ideologies, because in the third world, in Africa, in the Middle East, my jabs at the LGBTQ plus community are accepted policy in most of the world. So I speak for the people of the third world. I speak for them.
I think it
we are the majority liberal.
Well, I'm all for tolerance. I'm all for liberty. Everybody living free, live the way you want to live.
Yeah.
But the amount of it's over-representation. Over-representation is the problem. Not attacking or defending someone's rights on a case-by-case basis, but this blanket push to rewrite history. To rewrite society, to use minority groups, very, very small minority groups, as a shield or a cudgel, a shield from criticisms and a cudgel to attack other people, or we're just ignorant of what your rhetoric may be. That's that's been dangerous, and we know that. But listening to someone from Africa talk about it, I wish I had that video. I wish I brought that video up. But just listening to the way he talks about it, he was like, listen, how does this matter? When I'm worried about if I'm going to survive this season, or if I'm worried about this enemy coming here, if I'm worried about this treaty on this line, why do I give a damn about your gay agenda? Why do I give a damn about trans people? He was like, I don't know nothing about trans people.
That's actually very progressive for Africa.
I mean, but that was the conversation that was being had. And I was like, yeah, I understand what you're saying. Oh my God, we're doing this to other people too. I almost felt bad.
Yep, America is a disease, folks. It's spreading across.
I'm not saying that. I love my country.
No, the U.S. still has a lot. Still has a lot to give the world. Like in the United States, your biggest export is your culture, and the reason for that is the freedom in the forefront. Anybody can do anything. You can be anybody, and still make it right. With the American dream, and you've inspired a lot of other people in other countries to overthrow their overthrow tyranny and to mellow out. People like like Japan, even they're obsessed with American music. You guys trade a lot of culture. Now anime is going to take over everything eventually because the United States poisoned its own.
I'm for it. Bring on the anime revolution.
I'm not because the lessons you get from the United States are not the same ones you get out of Japan. Japan is very collectivist. The United States is very it's all about
Once
the individual.
Japan takes over, they'll go back to their roots and drop a few bombs on Yankee Land, eh?
Yeah, but Mr. Tickletrunk, think about that. We've gone too far down the individualist route, where apparently now every individual can insist that the entire culture around them bend to their will.
No,
we need a little collectivism to pull us back.
No, that's actually collectivism, because what you're saying is you're letting one person oppress other people when what it should be is looking out for the smallest minority, which is a single person.
Okay, I mean, I'll give you that.
Are you done crying?
Andy said we're trading cultures. I didn't know what he meant, and then he sent me this.
You're trading something.
What's
Zombie, you dirty bastard!
Thanks, Andy. Appreciate you. Thanks for being a part of the show. That might go on next week's thumbnail. I don't know.
Adonis is twice my age.
Tina, could you bring up the Black Mermaid article?
I don't know if I saw that one. Hang on, it'll take me a second.
Oh God, yeah, I just saw that
That's
picture.
very racist, Tina.
I know.
You lost it?
know.
You lost your Black Mermaid?
I didn't even know they were making a new Little Mermaid. I thought that was under the sea.
You've got to go up to the tweet I shared from Scott. That's where.
Oh, the tweet you shared from Scott. Okay, give me just a sec.
Yes, thank you guys very much for being here. Please smash the like button, share out the link, and go to all of these awesome shows that are happening later. Please check out E-Type Coin and Place to Be Reviews. Rogue Saturday Night happening in a couple hours. Snowdub's going to be having the Cotton Council over on his channel. Got Spork News Podcast, The Dump, with all the OGs from TFM up there hanging out. Please go check them. And, anywhere, wherever you end up, please make sure to share links out for your content creators. Hit the like button. Leave a comment later. That's something that helps out the algorithm. We greatly appreciate that. All right.
Tina's just looking for her Black Mermaid, folks.
Yeah, I'm trying to find it. I don't see
Slender.
it.
All right.
If you have it, put it in
get
the
the link.
private chat and I'll bring it up. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Right.
Here's another example of what they could have gone to a place where there are stories about Black Mermaids, and they could have had a new IP. So Disney could have had 2 separate mermaid stories they could have made money off of. They could have done crossovers down the line and made even more money off of that sort of thing. Bringing cultures together from around the world, appreciate other people's stories and that kind of thing. So, but no, the purpose of this is subversion. And another redhead bites the dust.
Mm-hmm.
The ginger side marches on.
The ginger side marches on.
To make sure that everybody knows that Phil TMNT has agreed to cosplay as Claude. So we're going to get the monster penis in the fandom. So look out for that. He's not going to carry a lot. Yeah, Monster Cock is happening. Thank you very much, Phil TMNT. Wow. And we appreciate the irony of a black man doing it too. Thank you so much.
Yes, because you know the. No, I'm not going to say that.
That two of those went through my head, and then I stopped myself too. So
they're the same color. Oh dear.
And all right, take it away, Tina.
All right, a black mermaid would have changed her life, says Little Mermaid star Haley Bailey.
So,
oh my God,
is she dissatisfied with her life of making millions as an actress that she needed it changed?
Her life is hard. Come on.
But it all goes to BLM.
The star of Disney's big budget live action remake, The Little Mermaid, due in theaters on May 26th, says a black mermaid on the screen when she was younger would have changed my whole life. Haley Bailey, probably Halle Bailey, I don't know her name, told the UK's Guardian, if I would have had a black mermaid, that would have been insane. That would have changed my whole perspective, my whole life, my confidence, my self-worth. She wants to be a fish. You're able to see a person who looks like you when you're young. Some people are just like, oh, it's whatever, because they had it their whole life. It's nothing to them, but it's so important.
Is it the eyes? Is it because her eyes are like so far apart? Like, is it like she never saw anybody like her?
She had representation in Ice Age as Sid the Sloth.
That doesn't. Why do people need to? Look, there were so many actors or people in my life that didn't look like me that were inspirations to me that helped my growth.
Same.
So I just don't understand needing to see something that looks exactly like you. I mean, maybe I'm out of context. Maybe I'm out of context with this. Maybe that quote's taken out of context.
It probably it might be, but a lot of actors they're just activists. What did Johnny Depp say? He mentioned it a few days ago. He says he's sort of done with Hollywood because he doesn't want to be in a place where everybody thinks like the person in front of them. Because he doesn't like.
Which is probably the smartest thing Johnny Depp has ever said, because that guy's dumb as fuck.
Yeah.
Amber Heard did it to him, man. He went through a lot. She shit in his bed. That broke a man. He's done after that. It wasn't
if he'd have kept his pimp hand strong after she shit in his bed, he'd have been like, now you can clean the sheets, bitch.
No, because she cut off the tip of his finger too in another incident.
Well, that's why the good Lord gave him a spare.
So he has two hands.
Damn, Slender. You are heartless. Go ahead, Tina.
When it was announced back in 2019 that Bailey had won the role, #NotMyAriel started trending on social media and has continued to be a response to new posters and trailers for the film, which also stars a whole bunch of other people, including Awkwafina we don't care about. Bailey told The Guardian of her feelings about this. I mean, yeah, the world we live in today, just being a black woman, you have certain awareness that comes with life in general, so I wasn't very surprised or shocked. Bailey, who was already a successful pop star with her sister Chloe, was asked by Mermaid director Rob Marshall to audition after he saw her perform at the Grammys. Her previous acting roles included playing a younger Beyonce in the 2003 film The Fighting Temptations and co-starring with her sister on the sitcom Grow-ish, where the pair plays siblings at university.
I have no problem with the actress, to be, perfectly fair. And I don't know. I haven't seen it, so I don't know what her performance was, or if I have no idea. But some of this, like, you make a new story. How freaking hard is it to make a new story with a lead character that doesn't have to rewrite something that people have loved? And it's not even listen. And if this was like a one-off thing, I've said this before. Because it's not like where. There has never been a TV show or a film that has taken care of pre-established characters and race swapped them, in the past. I'm talking like 10, 15 years ago. And it worked or it didn't work.
Nick Fury, nobody gave a shit.
Nobody gave a shit. Right.
Because in the comic books, there was different versions of Nick Fury.
And if you do it well, and I think it was you, Mr. Tickle Trunk, who mentioned earlier, like, there is African folklore.
Yes.
And And
They
there
should have
are
adapted one of
African
those
stories
stories.
about mermaids. They have a pretty long coast.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah, could have been one of Ariel's neighbors, and then they could have had like a get together, straight to video kind of thing
Or
for kids to listen
Even
to.
in the animated series, there was a black mermaid that was one of Triton's daughters. Make a story about her.
Yeah.
Well, there was Gabriella or whatever from the animated TV series. I don't think. Yeah, I think that was her cousin or whatever.
Yeah, it was a cousin. I don't think it was her. Because if you in the original animated movie, all of her sisters were white.
Mm-hmm.
But if you see in the trailer for the live action version, they are of all nationalities. So there's like
because
7
that
girls.
makes sense.
Right.
Triton
So apparently,
would be,
Well, I mean, if you know the Greek and the gods in general.
Oh
like,
yeah, that's
right.
It
That's
actually
true.
does.
Listen,
Actually,
exactly,
that's fair.
Slender. Exactly.
That's
fair.
Triton is on the Earth making the 8. Okay,
She was actually
he is
deaf.
everywhere.
Her cousin Gabriella was actually deaf as well.
What?
Damn, and they kept her.
Mm-hmm.
Catch and release. I don't know if it's
Like
broken,
this one's
They're
not
not
going to survive.
Spartans.
Just put it out of its misery.
I don't know. I'm probably not going to watch this. I don't have any care to. But
Yeah, don't bother.
to me, it comes. To me, it seems more like attacking. Looking for bigotry by doing something like this. Looking for racism or trying to create a.
They're
problem
creating
or-
a controversy.
No, they're creating a controversy.
They know exactly what they're doing.
Yeah, so I'm not interested in that.
Well, and I have a theory that I think I see what they're trying to do, but I don't think it's working the way they want it to, which is like they have no new ideas at Disney. We know this. Disney has not had an original idea in over 20 years, but they got all those great animated movies that set the standard in animation back in the day, and they keep them in the vault, but every time they open up the vault, they don't get quite the same yield. So I think they're making all these live actions to try and make people nostalgic for the original animated movies. But I think it's having the opposite effect, and it's like, well, you've ruined it for me now. Like, ever since they made the live action Aladdin, I don't want to go back and watch the animated Aladdin. Fuck Aladdin. I'm done with Aladdin.
Damn, Slender. That really affected your fifis, bro.
And that was the one for me when I grew up. Like, Aladdin was my shit. I watched
the original movie's amazing.
I probably watched it 1,000 times.
Wow.
Like every day when I was doing my homework, Aladdin would be on my little TV with my VCR.
Yeah, I hear you, brother.
And like, so every single day, and I don't want to go watch it again. I hate it now.
To be fair, I don't know how you listen to Gilbert Gottfried's voice every day.
Because he's hilarious. I love Gilbert Gottfried.
Oh my god!
We are never gonna find that stupid lamp.
Yeah, mine was like Aladdin, Little Mermaid, and Beauty and the Beast. Those were like the 3, like old school Disney that I'd watch like all the time.
Yeah.
Well, they didn't have VCRs when I was. They didn't have VCRs when I was a toddler. So when my boys were young, it was Toy Story.
Did they at least chisel the story into a tablet for you?
Yes, yes. I did. I did have the golden books, and they were heavy as hell. So.
Oh yeah,
Tina knows I love her. I'm just teasing.
Did you listen to records of Alvin and the Chipmunks?
Of course I did.
Mm-hmm.
Your little plastic record player with the 45
Yes,
with their floppy. They're like floppy ones. Yeah. They're not like hard. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Anyone else have any opinions
Well,
on this?
I will be watching it. I'm not paying for the movie theater, but since I have Disney Plus, I'm sure that I will end up watching it with my niece, and I will let you all know how it goes. If there's any redeeming qualities, I will inform you of them, but I won't torture you with a full
There
review.
probably is. They make a lot of mistakes. They can do something decent by mistake.
Exactly.
This woman's hair changes depending on whether she's in the ocean or not in the ocean. It's all dreadlocky when she's in the open air, but then all fire and free when she's in the water. Which I find
it's because she's a black mermaid. That's what happens.
Yeah, it gets all frizzy when they get out of the water.
How can she swim, though?
But this is, to me, this is an Ariel, and I don't refer to it as Ariel. This is some other thing.
Yeah,
Ariel from the block.
It's Aerolesia.
And it
yeah.
and it doesn't make sense that she has dark skin because they live in the deep ocean where there's almost no light.
Yeah,
you're-
there's
it's
literally
funny.
zero need for her to have melanin of any
Yeah,
kind in
it
her
doesn't make
skin.
any sense.
None. You know,
And
the
that's
water.
that's
like-
and that's why if you go to the Caribbean ones about mermaids and stuff, they do have dark skin because everyone has dark skin there because they don't live in the deep ocean.
The funny thing is they're complaining that we have an issue with her being race swapped, but they're also complaining about the left is complaining about Nanny or whatever from Lilo and Stitch not being the correct
Not being
skin
dark enough,
tone. Yeah, not even though it is actually the same race.
Yep.
Like
Mhm.
it makes no sense. It's like you're either gonna be for one or you're gonna not. You know what I mean? Like,
Well, and that's the thing.
and they're
is-
like, well, it's a fictional character. It's like, but so is the other characters. So what does it matter?
and the race swapping wouldn't even bother me, except
Mhm.
I know it's a one-way street. I
Mhm.
know the
Yes.
hypocrisy there,
Yep.
and every time you call them on it, they're like, "It's not true. It's not true. It's not true." Okay,
Mhm.
I'm gonna write a screenplay about the great African warrior king Shaka Zulu, and I'm going to cast Jason Momoa as the lead.
Yes.
Let's get Ryan Gosling in there.
Hell
I was
yeah.
thinking Mel Gibson, but
Yeah, that'd be even better.
Yes.
No, Mel Gibson should play as Moses. You know, Moses, you know.
Yeah.
Oh, because
Rotting the red
that'd be
thing.
bad. That'd be really bad. The NC
Thank you,
Oh,
Mr. Pickle Trunk, for noticing.
I was sorry.
Very sharp.
I wasn't taking that. I knew where you were going with it. I wasn't taking that bait.
He was. Tina, could you bring up the Biden article?
absolutely.
Thank you very much.
Whooper
And,
brain.
guys, thank you so much for being here. Appreciate you. Earlier we showed this. This is a potential film for Disney, since they seem to be having a bad track record. I don't know. What do y'all think of Gorlock? This could be a thing, right?
That would be the most original thing they've created in over 2 decades.
Yeah. What if it's actually? What if they do this and it's good?
That's what I'm saying.
Wouldn't that be a shit? Like
I say we promote it. I say we act like we actually want it. All of us get together and just hashtag this shit. Let's freaking make it happen. Let's make it happen.
So what's the story here? Is this the woman that ate Pocahontas?
We don't know. Ryan had a theory about what the bad guy in Gorlock would be earlier, but
Yeah, Cake.
No, Cake would be the sidekick. The bad guy would be the person who told her she needs to
Andrew
stop eating
Tate.
so much.
Andrew Tate.
And real quick, there's a possibility for another film coming out from
Quasimodo's
Disney
better looking
Lucasfilm.
sister.
Disney
Right.
Lucasfilm, please make this happen. Oh, that's okay. Please make Cocaine Wookie. Please make this happen for us. If you want to
Hell
if you
yeah.
want to reestablish friendship with the fans, this is what we're asking for.
Get in line.
Cocaine
I love
Wookie.
that.
I don't think it would be the most terrifying thing ever. I think if you just
With minimal budget, we could make this movie.
yes.
True.
Yes. You want to make a rogue production? Culture, I'm going to be calling you later. Yeah, I don't know. Make Cocaine Wookie happen.
It's just a cosplayer who had a bunch of coke, puts the suit on, and then gets stuck in the suit and runs around in a rampage.
But there's a
He's
bunch
just
of
so
coke that was
blitzed out of his mind, he can't make real words. He's trying to ask people for help, and they think he's just going batshit crazy on the
Yep.
conference floor.
That's a great idea.
He's yelling medic, and it comes out. Oh, that'd be great.
Meme says Deadpool plus community gem, Cocaine Wookie, feasible. That's what I'm saying, bro. I'm saying it can happen.
Yep.
Okay, thank you very much, guys. And I just saw this as we were about to go live, so I figured I'd add it to the roster because this is ridiculous.
This is a few days old. What else is new? Are you surprised at all?
What did he say, Slender? What the hell is wrong with this man, the president of the United States? What's wrong with
How many of those people did he smell before making a speech?
All
Here's
of them.
The thing, I know I listened to the speech that he made, but I have a tendency to emulate the person I'm listening to, so I forgot everything he said right after he said it.
Oh my God, Tina, can we go through this article because I'm not even sure what he said? And please, if it states that he mumbled, please mumble whatever it was he mumbled. Thank you.
Okay, I will try very hard.
I appreciate
Biden
you.
calls white supremacy the most dangerous terrorist threat in a speech at Howard. I'm saying this wherever I go, the president told the university's graduating class. President Joe Biden denounced white supremacy as the most dangerous terrorist threat to the nation in his commencement address to Howard University's graduating class on Saturday. White supremacy is the single most dangerous terrorist threat in our homeland, Biden says. And I'm not just saying this because I'm at a black HBCU. I say this wherever I go.
Delaware, sit down. Delaware,
believe
sit
you.
the fuck down.
Yeah,
Oh
we
my
believe
God.
you,
Poker
Joe.
tell
We totally
about
believe
Joe
you.
Biden. If Joe Biden says not a joke, I'm telling the truth, or any of the other things, you know he's full of shit. Like, that is the preface to every full of shit statement Joe Biden makes.
Plus, he's a politician, so you can tell he's lying when his mouth moves.
Yeah.
This is also true.
Addressing the 2023 graduates of the university at the Capital One Arena in D.C., Biden depicted the U.S. as a nation roiled by internal conflict and alluded to core messages of both his 2020 and his 2024 campaign platforms. Invoking the battle cry he used to galvanize voters in the 2020 election cycle, he called on his audience to fight for the soul of the nation. Fearless progress toward justice often means ferocious pushback from the oldest and most sinister of forces, Biden said. That's because hate never goes away. It only hides under the rocks. And when it's given oxygen, it comes out from under that rock. And that's why we know this truth as well. Silence is complicity. We cannot remain silent.
It's freaking gaslighting the shit out of people. What are you? Where are the white supremacists? Where are the white supremacists at? I haven't seen a good white supremacist beating somebody's ass with their white laces on in fucking 25 fucking years. I
The
have not
last
seen one.
time enemies of America hid in Iraq, about 1 million people died. So I don't think hiding under rocks is going to save any of these dangerous terrorists.
This man came out from under a rock. I don't know. Delaware, sit down. What the hell are you talking about? You gaslight the living shit out of people. This rhetoric. I'm not just saying this because I'm around a bunch of black people. Corn pop. Like, what the hell are you talking about, bro? This is the same shit. Obama did this type of shit too, but he wasn't this dumb. He was a way better order. You know, like he sowed division and tried to kickstart.
He's a much
racism
better
again.
politician.
He's a better politician about it, yeah, but he still had that militant kind of one of creating separation between the races.
I mean, even Obama was quoted as saying, "Never underestimate Joe Biden's ability to fuck things up."
Yeah, no shit. Yeah, Delaware needs to sit the fuck down. He's so dumb. He's so dumb. Why'd you? I lived in that state half my life, bro. Why?
Well, to be fair, someone wrote the speech for him.
Someone wrote this for him, but he can't read it. He's off script. He's off script.
There are those who demonize and pit people against one another. Yes, that's you. You're talking about yourself right now.
Plus, he's restating the silences violence bullshit.
Mm-hmm.
It's like you have to, like the person is political, so that you can't get out of this politics bullshit. You can't be neutral or disagree because of good reasons, like the fact that the term white supremacy is a critical race theory term, and it's fucking racist as fuck.
It is.
Yep.
What about you, Draven? How do you feel?
I just try to ignore him a lot of the times, but yeah, this is a bunch of bullshit.
Where'd the Brit go?
I'm not sure.
Oh, there he is. Sorry,
But,
I'm sorry, I didn't cut you off. You know, we got to talk down to Ryan. You know, when he just
my apologies. My main signal Epsteined itself.
Oh.
I'm using my secondary signal. It's nowhere near as strong, but it is more consistent. So I will be hiding behind an avatar.
It's all right, man. The second one isn't so slippery. You'll be
But
okay.
a lot of the stuff that they say is this them projecting exactly what they're doing. So by calling everybody else this, they're literally like, that's literally what they're doing.
Everybody read Rules for Radicals. Always
gonna
accuse
say,
your enemy.
that's-
Always
Yep.
accuse your enemy of what you are doing.
Yes, and the Democrat Party does that so much these days. It's just it's sad how obvious it is, but it's willfully ignored.
Yep.
See, I honestly love it when Fox News will play a bit from Biden, one of these election speeches or these speeches at graduation, and then they'll show a clip of him from the 1990s, totally complaining about the people flooding over the border in the South, and it's hysterical.
Matt says, wait, oldest and most sinister of forces, Biden is warning us about Momara. Yeah. That's what it is.
No, Biden is warning us about Biden.
The
is. Man is so puddled that he's actually telling people that he is the problem. He doesn't want to be president.
That's a lot of them have been doing that lately. Politicians, people of influence. Like we hear that more and more. And I mean, it is projection. It's absolutely a projection from him. But we're getting that honesty, that hubris, like nobody can touch me. I've been seeing that more and more from different people. It's unbelievable, just the cognitive dissonance involved in saying you're fighting something or claiming that there's an enemy that's like the invisible enemy. Like there's a difference between the terror threat 20 years ago and white supremacists lurking around every corner. They're not. They're so not. They are not at all. But we've gotten to a point where we've advocated for the last 10 years, with the Antifa riots, Black Lives Matter riots. We've actually advocated for people causing destruction and mayhem and going after a certain segment of the population or businesses or their own freaking neighborhoods. And yes, Mumra, thank you, bro.
Mumra.
Ryan, is America insane? Of
course America is insane. It's so insane that its culture is making everyone else insane. American culture doesn't bring social peace and economic prosperity. You guys are destroying each other every single minute of every single day.
And you're obsessed with a race.
Oh, Negus, you're absolutely right. Oh, I'm not saying that they don't exist. They're absolutely out there, but they are nowhere near as influential as they used to be.
Yeah,
right? In 1924, they were doing marches at Democratic National Committees. Right? We don't see that today. We haven't seen that in a long time.
No, nowadays they wear scarves from slave nations and then they go kneel to honor. They're stupid. They're just fucking dumb.
Yeah, they're dumb. And they're so statistically insignificant. They're basically irrelevant these days.
They are
like a Klan rally. They're met with nothing but scorn and laughter.
Yeah, it's scorn and laughter, right? But they're still around to be the boogeyman. Let's point at the traditional, already proven boogeyman that has already done horrible shit and thinks in terrible terms. While we do awful shit, and then we go, we're doing this because of them.
Yeah, because unfortunately, bad people will always exist. There will always be, sexism, racism, all those things will always exist
for the world.
But it's losing all meaning. Like you have labeled everyone a racist, a bigot, an istophobe, whatever. Like once everybody is, nobody is. Like there is no meaning to your words anymore. You have muddied the waters so much that now those fuckers you were talking about being so scared about, they can get away with it because they're everyone.
Yeah, because they've spent the emotional capital connected to those words. They used to mean something, exactly like you said.
Yeah, words don't mean anything anymore. That's why I don't take anything seriously.
I got called a Yahtzee the other day on Facebook because I misgendered somebody.
Did you respond with and? Question mark?
And it's funny because there was a bunch of other people within the comment section that literally did the same thing, and they didn't say anything to them. Just all of a sudden, they said it to me, And I'm like, yeah, I don't care about that. Move along. And then
I used to have long hair, and
it
kind
like
of
turned into this whole long thing.
Yeah.
And I got a 24-hour suspension
for
That's so
defending
fucking
yourself.
dumb.
for bullying when I was the one technically being bullied.
You're on the
Use
wrong side of the
Facebook?
bully.
And yeah, so I couldn't comment in group chats for 24 hours.
That's crazy, Draven. God, do you guys remember how heavy of a word that was, Nazi?
Mm-hmm.
It
How
used to
heavy
mean
that
something.
word
Yeah.
was?
Well, it used to be if you said that to someone, you were probably getting punched in the face within the next 3 seconds.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they tried to say because I was, and it turns out the person was a dude, or well, a chick, pretending to, or a dude pretending to be a chick.
Oh,
And
tranny.
yeah, and I basically it's like, oh, you mean? I basically called him a dude. I misgendered them. They tried to use mean words. I did use mean words. They're idiots. But they tried to say that in where I think they're from the UK or something. Where
Oh,
there's
well,
a
that
law-
explains it. Then.
a law that if you misgender somebody, you can go to jail. And they're like,
Yep.
I'm gonna file charge. It's like, dude, I don't live in your country. Like, good luck with that.
Well, I
Did
do,
you
and I
literally
say
call them
tranny
a
demon
dude,
all
though?
the time.
Huh?
Was dude specifically the word that you used?
No, oh yeah, I think it might have been the
Because
that-
Dude is
dude is from my generation, and dude is gender neutral.
It means
Like,
anything. Yeah.
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 I think I might
So
have called
same
him a
thing.
dude.
Yeah, same as in Chicago when you talk about, use guys. It's
Yeah. You say guys. Yeah. It just means
Yeah.
everybody.
Yeah, these people don't give a damn. They'll put you in jail for 10 years for just insulting their.
They
their
ended up
feelings.
blocking
These
me
people
anyway
don't
too.
care.
So
Hmm.
Well, your first mistake was arguing on the internet.
Well,
That's always a
I
dumb
just-
idea.
I just find it
Unless
fun.
you're doing it
And I
for
was at work.
entertainment.
I was at work and I was bored. So
You can say you're pooping. I believe. Okay, that's fine.
I drive forklift, so like in between picking up loads,
That's what
on forklift, I just I'm on my phone. So
Hey, sometimes when you're bored, it's fun to just jump in there and troll some people.
Yeah,
Like,
exactly.
Yes.
just to get a rise.
yeah, and it was funny because it was an AEW group, and one of the wrestlers made a return, and she goes by they them or something because her gimmick is she's a zombie girl or whatever, and she like dresses as a zombie or some shit.
So she's a she.
So
Wait,
she's a
you're
she.
telling me there's transsexual zombies now? I thought that
She's
shit
a
went out
she.
the window when you died.
She's legit a she. So it's like everybody in the comments was calling her a she, and I basically complimented her complimented the wrestler because they'd been getting in better shape and stuff,
Okay.
and whatnot. And I got a bunch of likes on it, and then this one fucking idiot is like, "Oh man, you misgendered her," and made a big deal about
Like Michael Jackson's Thriller in AEW.
it. Mm-hmm.
That's awful. So someone saw that you were having a positive experience, and a lot of people were liking it, and they came in to piss on the parade.
Yeah,
Not
and I was the only
specific
person
women.
they tried to piss on the parade for.
That's because you're a white male,
This brings up an
Draven.
interesting question, though,
Undead or
because
not, bro.
when you become undead, you lose higher brain function. You are no longer capable of identifying as anything. So you can't be a he him. You can't be a she her. You can't be a they them. You're fucking it because you
Yeah,
are
you're an
not
it.
a
That's-
conscious
yes,
thought
exactly.
anymore.
Yeah,
Yep.
that's your pronoun, bro.
Even ETEP was gonna get in on it, but then they had like hid comments and all that stuff like
That's
on that
nasty.
thread, so you couldn't see what they were saying and whatnot. So
That's
Yes.
such a gay move.
It is. That's very gay. You're welcome. Yes, that was very gay. Tina, is there anything else stupid that this man said?
Oh, he said all kinds of fun stuff.
I'm sure
He
there's
said
plenty.
that he was telling the soon-to-be grads that they represented the future of America with the opportunity to put the strength of our diversity in the center of American life.
No.
And one that celebrates and learns from history. How can we learn if you're burning all the historical books and
America
taking down
is
all of the
fucked
statues?
with these people in power.
Very scary. So he said, let's be clear. There are those that don't see you, who don't want this future. There are
Bullshit.
those who demonize and pit people against each other. There
Like,
are those
yes.
who would do anything and everything, no matter how desperate or immoral, to hold on to power.
He is projecting.
mhm.
Well, Tina couldn't find a black mermaid, so they may be onto something.
Okay, can someone explain this statement here?
Let's just see. It says a black child was lynched yesterday. Jordan Neely.
No, he was
Jordan
not lynched.
Neely is the Michael Jackson impersonator who got choked
Don't even
out
call him
by a
that. That
Marine.
was like a decade ago.
Yeah,
he hasn't done that in a decade.
He's a crazy, violent, homeless person who was
Yes.
choked out by a Marine with
There
a
was no
submission
rope.
hold, not a choke hold, a submission hold that was properly executed. And by the way, the Marine was being helped by an African American and a Hispanic gentleman to subdue the guy. So why aren't they being charged?
Exactly.
Yep.
No rope, no lampposts. not
Hey,
a ring.
it's George Floyd #2.
Yeah.
No, this is way worse. This is way worse.
Can somebody bring
Because
up an
they have-
article?
Wait, so he's
Saint-
30 years old, but he's a black child?
Yep.
Saint Floyd is getting one of his apostles sent to him as we speak. So
Is that what
yeah,
Tep's doing?
I had mentioned that actually. But yeah,
Let's see. Reliable news. Not CNN. God, what do I? Fox.
There's
Should I
no
trust
reliable
Fox?
news. Where are you going to go?
I don't know. Which
News,
one should I go
man.
with?
There's nowhere to go anymore.
You're subscribed to Newsmax, Ladonis. Go check them out.
Newsmax? Where's that? Is that a website?
You're subscribed to their channel.
I'm subscribed to a lot of people. I used to be like, support the whole fucking community, and I don't know who everybody is.
This is even worse than the Floyd thing because, according to the law, they were defending themselves from someone who threatened them bodily
Exactly.
harm. So you're not allowed to defend yourself.
No.
And the other thing that's twisted about this is in a city where defund the police is something that's spoken every day. But this is what community policing looks like if there's no police. You have to take care of these things yourself. And this is exactly why you need more police on the subway.
Or to summarize the Democrat policy, submit and die. That's the end game of all Democrat policies. You submit to their rules, and you ultimately suffer a fate worse than death. This man who tried to save a life is going to go to prison for a long period of time, and he'll
I hope
probably
not.
be killed on the inside.
I hope he does not go to prison. But and it all comes back to that same hypocrisy, because here's the thing. They act like nobody cares about Jordan Neely because he's such a good... No, nobody gives a shit about him because he was a piece of shit.
Exactly.
And I got news for you. If some crazy homeless white dude strung out on drugs came onto a subway and started threatening people and ended up getting killed in the process of being subdued because his drugs finally kicked in and made his heart explode, I wouldn't give a shit. I'd be... Okay, that problem took care of itself.
But
Like-
and ask yourself, though, how many news reports are going to tell you about the at least dozen people who will be killed in the south side of Chicago this weekend? I guarantee you that if
dozen? You're lowballing that figure.
well, I am low balance. Well, it's not a holiday weekend, so I mean, honestly, if I got in my car and I drove down to the lake tonight and decided to walk around along the beach and ended up having to defend myself, you would see my picture all over the news for weeks. Except there will be, like I said,
well, and
a
they'd be calling
dozen.
it a hate crime because you murdered someone in cold blood, even if you were defending yourself.
Exactly, but there will be a dozen teenagers killed this weekend, and you will not see any of the news stories. You won't see anyone ever arrested.
Yeah.
Won't
There's
happen.
mass shootings every day. They're called gang shootings.
Exactly.
All right. Well, I'm muted. Oh, no, I'm not muted. Okay.
And they never bring up instances like Tony Timpa, who suffered even worse than George Floyd at the hands of police. He was crying and asking, begging for his life the whole time. And they were some of the officers were laughing. You never saw it anywhere on the news. Nobody cared
I didn't even know.
because he had the wrong skin color.
No, it was a whole thing, and yeah, nobody gave a shit.
There's bad cops, but think about how many interactions a police officer has with a citizen every day.
Mhm.
Like,
Well,
let's say
New
like
York
a handful.
police chief said there was over 1 million interactions.
Yes. How many people are killed by cops every year? Is it like 1,000? It's below 1,000 now, I think.
I mean, 1,000 out of 1 million is what, 1%, less than 1%.
And there's like 300 and how many million American citizens now?
Yeah.
And the police,
I think we're doing
the
pretty
police
good.
do their job. They get in between harm's way and regular citizens every fucking day.
Well,
And they do their
and all
job
these
well.
people who watch this and think they know what the hell they're talking about, like I watch them talking about how, well, I don't know why he had to react that way. It's like, okay, you may not know this because maybe you haven't been on that side before, but I've had security training. I've had, training in how to engage targets, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. There's a thing called the escalation of force continuum. And if you're dealing with someone who's strung out on some drugs that are going to make them retard strong and make it so that they can take a hit or shrug off,
PCP.
Yeah,
right.
Like you don't go through that continuum in the same way, because part of executing each step in the deadly force continuum is, can it be reasonably employed? If I'm dealing with a 350-pound brick shithouse strung out on PCP, pepper spray ain't going to do shit to him. Taser ain't going to do shit to him. I sure as fuck ain't going hands-on with him. No, I'm going straight to the gun because it's the only thing left that can be reasonably employed.
Yeah, the violence equalizer.
But they don't know this. They're like, I don't know why he had to react that way. The guy just had a knife. Yeah, a knife can kill you.
Well, like I said, it's pointing the finger at the boogeyman. Everyone's afraid to get their rights taken away or be arrested. Well, not everyone, but it's a fear. You could just have your just be imprisoned. So it's an easy target, and it's also a blanket statement against the police force. So the points that you guys made about how they're doing their job. I mean, per capita, yeah, they're doing their job pretty damn well.
But per capita is racist, Ladonna.
Oh, my bad. I'm sorry. Was there another gender or pronoun for that? Means of destruction for $10. Thanks, brother. Hi, friends. Don't check Twitter. Oh, shit. All right, guys. Continue the conversation. Oh, I gotta check Twitter now.
Has there been another mass shooting?
Don't know. I
hope not.
What? What's Lorena Creole doing on Fox News?
What?
Lorena's on Fox?
What the hell?
That can't be real.
Is this real life?
Cannot be real.
But you're right. Yeah, it's on Gutfeld. Holy crap!
Damn!
Good for her.
If it can happen to Lorena, who's a lovely lady, it could happen to all of us.
Good for her.
I actually met Lorena. We went out to dinner when I was down in Orlando for 3 weeks down in 2020. So it was very nice.
Can you imagine if I were on Fox News, just saying everything I've said on the show? That would be funny.
That is so cool.
If you're looking that thing up, I want to mention something. There's every single thing about this incident that happened is a tragedy. It's a tragedy that this person didn't have the help they needed, or they shunned the help they were given because they're mentally unstable. It's a tragedy that they had to do what they did because he threatened their lives. It's a tragedy that the guy accidentally killed him while trying to defend himself. It's a tragedy that the news reports it the wrong way. It's a tragedy that the one person out of the 3 people who had to hold this guy down is the only one the spotlight is on. It's a tragedy that so many people are believing the lies about this whole thing. And it's a tragedy that this is a pattern. It's a horrible pattern in the news. And they don't cover other incidences like what you were saying. Like there's shootings like they don't care. They don't care about what's
tragedy here, and it's the way that the public at large treats the people who serve. Not just military, but veterans, service members, police, firemen. It's like these are the first people you grab the pitchforks and torches for every fucking time, and it's like these are the people that actually serve you.
Well, I will say, Slender Dad, half of your country don't want your country to exist, and your entire establishment.
It's a very small number.
Your entire establishment doesn't want the United States of America at its foundation to exist anymore. It does not serve their purpose. Neither does it serve the purpose of half of your country. No wonder they look upon those who protect your wonderful country with utter contempt and will use whatever means they can to undermine it to the point where it will cease to exist.
Yeah. And another thing, I want to just mention this too. The idea that there's only two sides to the American people is a giant lie. Most people are in the center. They're center left or center right. That's like 60% of your population. And then 20% are left and right, and another 20% are extreme left and right. And most people agree on the meritocracy. Most people accept capitalism as a good thing. Most people like the social safety net. Most people think cops are doing a decent job. It's all of the squeaky wheels that get a lot of coverage.
Yeah.
That make this whole thing seem a lot worse than it actually is. And then people panic.
And this is from
and what happens when you panic? You overcorrect. And
Exactly.
overcorrections are fucking dangerous.
And those overcorrections are happening right now. Like defund the police is an overcorrection.
Well, my niece is a walking overcorrection. I mean, when we were, she's a junior in high school, and we were talking intensely over the Christmas holiday, just on different topics. And she was very, very upset when we were talking about the whole believe all women thing, because obviously we were laughing about that because, women can't be trusted, blah, blah, blah. And then she was trying to explain to us that it's okay if a man goes to prison being charged, who's innocent of sexual assault or anything of that nature, because so many women have had that committed against them and no one was ever punished. So it's kind of like it's okay.
So
exactly.
As long as somebody gets punished, doesn't matter if it's the criminal, the perpetrator of the crime, just as long as somebody gets punished. Fuck that.
Exactly. And she had the nerve to say that 75% of women are assaulted in their lifetime. And I'm
define assault. Could it be physical, mental, psychological?
Oh, she did go ahead and define assault. And by somebody saying, you look good in that dress today, that's assault.
Yeah.
Well, no wonder everyone's getting thrown in jail.
Exactly. It was so very, very depressing.
Yeah. If reality doesn't line up with your ideology, redefine reality.
Yep.
But the truth is reality-based, Mr. Trickle-Trunk.
I know it is. I know, and that's your thing. I know.
The truth used to be objective, but they would really like to make it subjective, and that's...
Yeah, that's why I put reality and base together, because, well...
Yeah, it's not
quite
good.
explosive.
All right, before we cut out, I want to play this trailer.
Ooh.
Yep, this is for somebody in the community. Thank you, Means, for bringing this up. Before we go, I'm gonna let everybody do their outros before we do that. First up is Slender Dad. Tell them I can find you, brother.
You can find me here. You can find me on the Wednesday show, the Mad Stump. You can also find me as one half of the Ascendant Art podcast at 9 p.m. Eastern on Friday nights. And then, randomly here and there on various streams and places, usually hanging out with the boys.
All right. And next up is Ryan Roger.
Well, I wasn't expecting to be on this show today because I had a show before this show. But it's great to have been here with Ladonis, as he's known currently, and all the fine panelists within Rogue Entertainment, especially Mr. Tickle-Trunk, a fine individual. And hopefully we have... Oh, why, thank you, Mr. Tickle-Trunk. but over the next 2 weeks, I won't be available because of reality-based. But who knows? If we have short shows, we may make an appearance. But you can find me at Ryan Roger Athe. I'm the host and founder of Reality Based. And when this show is over, I'm going to go on to Saturday Night Hypnosis. I'll be a little late, but I'll still have a good 2 hours to have a great time with those guys, just like I've had a great time here. So, yeah.
Right,
have a great day.
Ryan. You too, brother. Next up is Tina Bojan.
Hello. Oh gosh. Oh, where to tell you that you haven't already heard? Obviously, I'm also on Wednesday night Mad Dump, because remember, the best Scott stream is the stream without Scott. I hang out with the Rogue Entertainment folks most of the weekend, and you will likely see me on Friday nights and Sunday nights on Vinny Art's channel, hanging out with the boys.
All right, thank you guys. Please check out those channels and shows. Next up is Mr. Tickle-Trunk.
Hello. I'm here every Saturday at 7 o'clock, and I'm on Magitech Mags' stream. That's MAGETIKMAGS. Every Thursday night for retro gaming night. Right now we're going through Final Fantasy VI, both of our favorite game of all time, the Pixel Remaster. So you can come and hang out. And we have a spicy chat. And we basically just pick on each other. It's fun.
Yeah. Thank you, Careless Whisper. Appreciate you. And next up is Angelus Draven.
Hey guys, so after here I'm gonna be over on ETEPS for his Saturday night main event, and then after that at 11 p.m. we'll be playing some Mario Kart together over on my channel. Vinny just got a Switch, so he'll be joining us playing that as well. And then this week the normal wrestling shows. So we'll have one Wednesday, Thursday, and on Saturday, and then this Sunday is Double or Nothing, the main pay-per-view. So basically this week is the road to Double or Nothing, and that'll be at 7:30 p.m. Eastern. So thanks for having me. Always a pleasure being here, shooting the shit and talking about whatever's going on.
Yeah, brother. Thank you so much for being here. Greatly appreciate you. Thank you to everybody in the chat who swung by. Thank you to Means of Destruction. Gonna get to that ad real quick. Thank you for sharing that out. Che, what is up, dude? I haven't seen you in so long. It was good to see you. Keely Chow out there supporting everybody. Thank you so much for being here. Andy, appreciate you. Thank you so much for super chat earlier. Thank you for Snow for stopping through and dropping one. Donnie Pearson, good to see you, man. He says, till next we meet, remember, no matter which side you're on, we're all Terrans, Earthlings, that is. I love you all. Love you too, brother. Thank you so much for being here. Greatly appreciate you. And everybody else that stopped by. Thank you very, very much. Remember to support your independent creators, which is very important. And, whether it's a YouTube channel, whether it's they're selling books or comics, whatever the case may be, please remember to share those share those links out, because we don't have an industry to support us. We only have each other, and we rise together. I'm author Stephen Walton, Fandom Menace historian. Let's check this out from an indie creator. Please support and share out.
Y'all ready? Look at this gear, isn't it neat? 10,000 rounds till my mission's complete.
Big hooters, though.
Wouldn't you think I'm the merc who has washing me? Look at this crate, isn't it great? How many weapons can I confiscate? Looking around me, you think, yes, you'll kill everything. I've got bullets and shells at the ready. I've got bloodthirst and craving for gore. You want TNA? I've got plenty. But who cares? No big deal. I want more. I wanna go where the humans are. I wanna see them fleeing, mowing them down with this. What do you call it? Oh, gun flipping your things. You can't use these things. Legs are required for guerrilla tactics. Taking shots from a. Wow, this is really fun. I'll make them scream. I'll make them cry. I'll make them all beg me for their lives. I shouldn't scream. Wish I could see more of their guns. I just can't wait till I can paint everything red. I just can't stop popping them off till they're all dead. Bet you I can just plan, spray their brains all over the walls. I'll be grinning as I'm winning, watching them fall. Peppering people with bullet holes, making me bled till their heads explode. Light them fire and watch them, what's the word? Burn. When's it my turn? Wouldn't I love love to destroy the world up above. Get out of the sea, or I'll watch it bleed as you part the world.
If somebody's gonna fuck up the Little Mermaid, it's gonna be me.
Was anyone else really freaked out at the fact that her eyeshadow was acting as a green screen?
No.
Good job, Piper. Sell them books, girl. Good job. Former Rogue Cotton girl. Miss having you around, Piper. Good to see you, sweetheart. Guys, please support her, support that comic, and support your independent creators.
I'll put her link in the chat right now.
Thank you very much. And yeah, we are.
Ooh, check the chat to go raid Itapukuyan in like soon, or to go raid Sporky News podcast that's already in progress.
Yes, send raids. I can't do all that. You know what? My browser will crash.
No, all the links are in there already. I took care of it.
Oh, you are the. Thank you so much. You are so on top of it, Tina. I would fall apart without you. Thank you. All right, guys. Appreciate you so much. Please, make sure to support your indie creators and be good to each other. We're looking forward to next week. And Rogue's back, baby. Whole new team, the Wolfpack over here. This is Rogue Wolfpack. Go check out the new Akulian Order. Coming up at 9:15, I believe. Go check them out over there. And hail to all the rogues out there, no matter what table you're at, where you sit, and everybody in the chat who refuses to freaking kneel. My love.